Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mini Scroll, the daily internet culture podcast bringing you the biggest stories from social media, the creator economy, and the digital space every Monday through Thursday. I'm your host, Lauren Meisner, the founder of the youth digital media brand, Centennial World. Welcome back to Mini Scroll, everyone. All right. I'm just going to get straight into the stories because I have some big ones for you guys. So I'll start off with the shortest story. The first story that I have for you guys is that Brianna Chickenfry, again, we are a Brianna Chickenfry update podcast right now. She is rumored to be dating West Wilson from Summer House. This is my worlds colliding. Bravo and internet culture coming together. I love nothing more. You guys know that Jordy and I used to do recaps of the Bravo shows we were watching, and we would both watch Summer House at the same time together. Like, she's a big Summer House fan. So we haven't talked about Summer House in a very long time, but it used to be a regular topic that we covered here on this podcast. So recently, Bri and West have been rumored to be hanging out. And Demois even reported that they left a bar together recently and were spotted kissing. Over the weekend, they were both interviewed for TikTok at different events surrounding the Super Bowl, and they seemingly confirmed that, something is going on. So in West's interview, it was just like a little vox pop he said, I'm not dating her. Yeah, we're hanging out. And then when he was pressed for more details, he said, I think we made out last night. Brianna's interview was on a red carpet for Page 6. She was asked if there's any potential for something romantic with her and West, and she kind of just joked around, saying she hasn't had time to think about West because she's been distracted with the Super Bowl. Now this leaves the question, will Brianna be on next season of Summer House? So Summer House comes out this week. This is honestly great press for Summer House. Even though obviously Brianna's super problematic and stuff, but if West is entering into anything with Bri, she's quite high profile and she's from a very different world. Well, not a very different world, but a different world than reality TV, Bravo, Summer House. So yeah, this is a great PR situation right now. Anyways, I'm so excited for the season. I cannot wait. And then, of course, they will start filming in the summer, in American summer. And if they're still hooking up and stuff, there is a possibility that Brianna could be on Summer House. I would be very interested to see Bri as a reality TV star, what she would be like. As far as I know, she hasn't been on any reality TV show. Reality TV. I find that very difficult to say. Reality TV show. She is obviously, a podcaster and influencer. So yeah, that would be very interesting. It makes sense for the vibe of Summer House. I think Lindsay having just had a baby, Kyle is never going to stop partying, but Carl has stopped partying, obviously. A lot of the kind of OGs, it's like Vanderpump, right? The OGs are kind of aging out of the premise of the show, and bringing someone like West, obviously last season, and Jesse, and then if they did have Bri coming in, even if she's not full-time cast, I don't think she would be, but coming in as this kind of famous influencer who is notorious for loving to party and all of that kind of stuff. It actually does make perfect sense for the show. It's the whole point of the show is these, New York City young professionals who are in their mid-20s who just want to have the best time on the weekend. That is literally Brianna. So it makes sense. We will see. Okay, the next story that I have for you guys, I felt at first this was a bit location specific, but I have actually started to see a lot of creators from all over the world start to cover it. So Aussie podcaster Jack Mcintosh has gone viral on TikTok for crying after being rejected by a woman. Not romantically though. Just wait, I will explain. Jordan Tan is an Aussie model and content creator based in Perth. She frequently makes content about decentering men from her life. A few days ago, Jordan posted a TikTok that's getting a lot of traction, in which she shared that her content caught the attention of two Aussie podcast bros, also from Perth. In the video, she shared a voice memo from them and claimed that they were trying to get her to, quote, meet up with them so they can try and convince you that it's not all men. Those are already some crazy red flags. So here is the clip from the voice memo.
we obviously have seen on your socials your strong opinions towards men and how you promote power to women, which is awesome. We're just hoping to catch up with you for a coffee or, sit down chat, whatever time suits you, just to, I guess, have a chat and talk about things.
Yeah, it would be awesome to hear your perspectives and hopefully give some of our perspectives, sort of learn from each other and see where we're at, because I'm sure you don't want to feel that way for the rest of your life, and I'm sure you want to be listened to, and we're two men in the space of mindset, mental health, and we'd love to have a catch up. So if that appeals to you and you're interested, let us know. We can find a time that works for us all. So
I asked what their intention was and if there was like a project that they are looking to work on together, or if they're interested in me like speaking and sharing my experience in any kind of way on social media, because that's what I do. And this is what they said.
Yes, we totally understand that, because we are definitely similar at times in terms of business. The intention is literally just to understand perspective. Maybe we can give a bit of our perspective. Might help each other learn something.
Her caption read, "Way to prove the point you were so desperately trying to argue against. You are not heroes. What you're doing is not revolutionary, and I have nothing to learn from a couple of incels who don't understand that no means no. I don't owe you a single thing, but since you felt I did, here you go." It was so vague, but being the kind of person that I am, I said, unfortunately, this doesn't align with me, and I don't picture an outcome that I am fulfilled by. But if you are really interested in my perspective, feel free to continue on following my social media journey. And then she also suggested to them some books and resources that they could look into. So, despite not naming any names, podcaster Jack Mcintosh outed himself as one of the guys in the voice memos when he responded on TikTok, and he was sobbing.
This is day 18 of getting rejected every single day. And today's going to look a little bit different, because for maybe most of you, you might have seen a video that was made about mostly me and my friend. To me, it feels like I'm literally just a guy doing a thing, trying to be better, trying to inspire people as much as possible. And I thought I was doing a pretty decent job. The reason I decided to message Jordan Tan, was to have a conversation. To give context to that, Egan and I catch up with strangers all the time. It's one of our passions. We love talking to strangers, getting to know their story, understanding perspectives. Like, isn't that what we're here to do? Share stories, share experiences, knowledge, learn from each other. No one is perfect. Jordan Tan, you're not perfect. Jack Mcintosh, he is not perfect. No one listening to this is perfect. I'm a fucking curious person. I just didn't see the harm in it. I've never read a book, and so when you send me these books, I don't want to say it goes over my head, but when people tell me to read any book, whether I have a fear of reading books, I don't know, but I have never read a book before. I'd like to think I've changed a fuckload in the past 2 years. Like, fuck. It's all good. It's all good. I don't talk. I care a lot that I have changed.
What do you mean? No, like what do you mean? What? I actually don't even have a response to that. Like, what do you mean you're not sure if you have a fear of reading books? What do you mean you've never read a book before? I'm so confused. This was unhinged. This is giving the same energy as white women who get called out for being racist, and they like weaponize that feedback. They're crying. They're saying like, you just don't know what my heart is. That's not how I mean it. You know, I'm not racist. I don't see color. And they're crying and making or trying to make people feel sympathy for them when they were the ones being the aggressor. And that's exactly what happened in this situation, allegedly. A man trying to share his perspective on a woman's lived experience that she shares on her platform that she built herself for other women and men who are open-minded to be able to listen and hear and understand. Like, what perspective do you need to hear from her? It's on her social media. Why are you trying to change her perspective? She's sharing her lived experience. It's like this whole situation just proves that she was so right in not meeting up with them, because the second that she shared anything that didn't exactly align with what they wanted to hear, I am sure that they could have not handled that, and that could have been a bad situation for her. So I am glad that she decided to, stand her ground and say, I'm not fucking meeting up with you, and I'm actually going to put all of your weird, cringe, embarrassing voice notes on blast. Okay, the last story that I have for you guys is that Welch of Hawk Tuah is back after being accused of orchestrating a crypto rug pull on her fans. Okay, so there is this new leaked clip of Haliey from her podcast, Hawk Tuah, that I guess is going to come out soon. It hasn't come out yet, alongside FaZe Banks, where she opens up about the crypto rug pull drama. Basically, in case you missed it, last December, Haliey Welch, who went viral as the Hawk Tuah girl, came under fire after launching a cryptocurrency called Hawk. Within 20 minutes of launch, the coin lost 95% of its $490 million market cap, plummeting to $60 million. And for any non-crypto bros here, market cap is the total value of all the coins that have been mined. It's calculated by multiplying the number of coins in circulation by the current market price of a single coin. So basically what that means for this is the vast majority of people who invested in the coin lost a ton of money almost immediately. Critics, including YouTuber CoffeeZilla, accused Haliey of a pump and dump scheme or a rug pull. According to some sleuths pre-launch, it seems Haliey and the team behind the coin gave insiders coins in advance of the coin going public, and then presumably sold all of them as the coin went public. The fees were also really high on Hawk coin, which is, I guess, unusual for a new coin. So there were also a lot of questions about where all that money on the fees was going, who was it going to and why did they need this much money? Okay, so there was this absolutely wild Twitter Spaces conversation in December where Haliey and the man who helped her bring this coin to life, whose name is Doc Hollywood, basically just yelled at people who were questioning them about the situation, and he was also calling them mentally ill. The last we heard from Haliey was during this Twitter Spaces when she interrupted the line of questioning and said that she was going to bed and signed off. That was nearly 2 months ago. So after 2 months offline, Haliey is about to make her comeback, it seems. In the clip that's circulating, Haliey holds back tears as she and FaZe Banks try to explain what happened.
Life is going to be okay. Oh, Haliey, no.
Oh, don't do that.
No,
don't stare at me.
No.
Well, so basically how this idea got brought to me, it was supposed to be what they call it, a long-term coin. And the guy that ran the account, he was like, oh, we're going to change the way everybody thinks of crypto. Crypto is going to be a good place. And I feel really bad for all the people that got affected by it, and it just didn't go the way I planned. And all the money out of this episode is getting donated to all the animals that have been affected by the fires up here.
And I'll match it. Me, Ricky, I'll match it, whatever.
Look, I do think that's probably true. I think Haliey was told this is going to be legit. This is going to make you tons of money. Your fan base is going to love it. I mean, the people that listen to Hawk Tuah or Talk Tuah, whatever her podcast is, and who are quote unquote fans of Haliey are, I assume, that exact demographic, crypto bros. It probably did make sense for her audience to an extent, but this situation, I would say, is summed up really well by Ryan Broderick for Garbage Day in his new newsletter. He wrote, look, here's a good rule. If a 30-something man with flavored vape vocal fry dressed like a professional snowboarder tells you that crypto is a good way to make friends, you need to run as fast as possible in the opposite direction. You are a mark. I think Haliey was really new to the industry and she probably did get caught up in some, bad stuff with some bad people. But I also think she didn't do her due diligence. I think she let some bad stuff with some bad people happen. I'm sure there's kind of blame on both sides. But it seems like she's about to try and make her comeback. But does the world need the Hawk Tuah girl? I don't think so, you guys. I don't think the creator economy necessarily needs Haliey. If you guys know anyone who is a genuine fan of Haliey, please let me know. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. Please rate, review, and subscribe. It helps us so much. It helps us grow. It helps us keep going. Please recommend the podcast to a friend or online in forums, whatever. I love you guys. Annabelle will talk to you tomorrow, and I will talk to you on Thursday. Bye.